It's the 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Kia.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, happy to be here with my friends, and I mean that, my buddies, my pals, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the Portland Trail Blazers. Looking at the Trail Blazers, they want to turn it around after the loss to Utah. They suffered a blowout loss, trying to leave that one in the rear view and focus on the game at hand. One player to watch in this one is C.J. McCollum, coming off a year where he won the Most Improved Player award, Kenny. What was the big change in his game?
Well, the big change is the first time he's got an opportunity to play for consistent minutes. You know, I thought he always had ability, just didn't get the opportunity. The injuries held him back early in his career. But his shooting percentages have been very solid since he came into the league, Ernie.
What do you think, Shaq?
Ernie, a couple years ago, you would have said McCollum. I would have asked you who he played for. But now he's just playing with more confidence. Plus, Ernie, when you can shoot like him, confidence is what takes your game to the next level.
Time to get to Kevin Harlan as he gets ready to call this one. Here comes the opening tip.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. The Magic again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Well, how much more does it mean that they did this on the road? Some tired legs on their starters led to more minutes for the bench, and that turned out to be a big blessing in disguise.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, the Trailblazers backcourt tandem of Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum, Patriot League, were connected long before they played together. They met and corresponded during college, and they share similarities. Both start from mid-major schools, staying all 4 years. And in the 2011-2012 season, they both finished top 4 in the nation in scoring. Kevin, they now comprise one of the top scoring backcourts in the NBA.
Some great prospects come from the smaller name schools, David. We'll see it all the time. Thank you. And Brent, we've gone far enough into the season at this point where we can see a few teams now breaking away from the pack.
Yeah, it's always surprising, Kevin, when it's a team at the beginning of the year that we didn't expect. That's when we get excited about a team coming from nowhere and starting to do great things.
Good point. And the Trailblazers start out with the ball. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Portland, Lillard and McCollum, the explosive backcourt pair. Harkless is out there with Von. And it's Davis at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now Payton, after the miss, 3 from Damian Lillard. Here's Green. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Green's got the game going here with the first basket for the Magic. Lillard outside. Harkless with the screen for Lillard. And Vonleh has it in the corner. And the 3 ball is good. Vonleh's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Orlando now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Yeah, they just really struggled to put points on the board throughout that game. You could just see they were pressing. Just couldn't get anything to go on the offensive side of the ball.
Well, I think there was way too much one-on-one play for them in that game. Their ball movement was awful, and their offense stagnant. So not a prime example tonight of good team basketball.
Orlando shooting their first free throw tonight.
And really, you look at the Magic, they definitely improved defensively for last season. I mean, it's still a young team that has to feel like they're headed in the right direction with a plethora of young and up-and-coming talent.
Here's Green, and again it's Orlando converting. And so here's Portland. 4-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Well, you step onto somebody else's hardwood, that's when you got to bring your best effort defensively. Far from it tonight from them. Instead, it turned into a shooting gallop.
The shot by Harkless, no good.
Yeah, a bit of a tough start here at 1 for 4.
There's Gordon with the three. Payton passes to Vucevic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
That they did, and he's the one guy on D you can't leave alone, or he's going to get to the bucket over and over. Just torched him there.
McCollum, no good.
That's still staggering out of the blocks here, 1 for 5.
And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Payton. Vucevic has got his second basket of the game. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Kicks it to McCollum. Gets an open look and hits.
So much talk about the game slowing down for the game's best players. Lillard composes himself, scans the court, and delivers the strike.
Now here's Payton. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. It's Fournier on the wing. Outside, Green, 5 to shoot, and it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 6. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
The 2 things I love about C.J. McCollum is his size and his pace of play. A great shooter with good range. He can handle the ball, so at times when you want Lillard off the ball, C.J. McCollum becomes your point guard. And I'll tell you what, at 6'4", he never plays panicked, whether he's at the 1 or the 2.
And when you talk, Brent, about McCollum's 6'4" stature, the questions seem to arise for him at the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, I don't know if he's undersized at 6'4" for a shooting guard, but he is a bit of a tweener and has that slight frame. But he has shown, as much as he brings to the table offensively, he can use that acumen on defense and improve on that end of the floor. And right there, you can see the time that's put in at the free throw strike.
Fournier with the ball, now defended by McCollum. And Fournier kicks to Green, off on the layup.
Well, he has more than enough strength to fight through the D and convert that one. I'm surprised he came up short there.
Lillard attacking, drops it in from 11 feet. Lillard's got his first bucket in this one.
And there's the problem. Lillard just too quick and too shifty to stop cold on any dribble drive.
Pick by Vucevic. The dish to Fournier. Pass to Green. The 15-footer. Here's Vucevic. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Vucevic has got 6. McCollum with the ball. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Utah. Lillard outside. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
Payton dishes to Fournier. Gordon a screen. Vucevic against Davis. And the pass to Payton. On the wing, Gordon. He can't get it to go. And it's Portland the other way. Here is Lillard. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah.
Well, he also chipped in on the glass. He was a force to be reckoned with, and that made a big difference.
Vonleh, no good. That would have tied it. For Orlando, they've gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Stolen by McCollum. From 18 feet away. Good. McCollum's got his second bucket tonight.
And this is part of the patience of C.J. McCollum. In-air adjustments with the defender on him. You have to like that body control.
Fournier with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. Picked by Vucevic. Here's Fournier. Green, the pass to Vucevic. Shot by Gordon, wide open. buries the long-range jumper.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Lillard outside. Here's the screen. McCollum outside. Puts up a 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Now here's Payton. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Trailblazers trail by 3. And Lillard kicks to Harkless. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Davis. And it's Aminu in for Vonleh. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Brent, they say the elite big man in the middle is a dying breed. What do you think? Any truth to that?
How about the birth of the new big man?
Oh, I would say so, too.
I just don't like to be so pessimistic about what it is that we used to see.
You see cycles, right? In the league, we always see cycles.
Absolutely. So I'm more of one of those guys, glasses half full. So let's celebrate the versatility, the mobility, and the incredible talent of the young players at their size being able to be as effective as they are in the NBA.
Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Harkless.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
A 3 from McCollum. And no good. The Magic go the other way with it. Gordon dishes to Payton. Back to Gordon. Pass to Payton. Clock at 6. Back to Gordon. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
The feed to Leonard. The 10-footer. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Vucevic. Payton passes to Vucevic. He feeds it to Fournier. Vucevic down low. Leonard's there, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And Nikola Vucevic, a skilled 7-footer who just attacks the glass. A nightly double-double machine, but still figuring out how to really become a dominant force on the inside.
That free throw, no good. And thinking about Vucevic, he's a guy that just tantalizes with his scoring, his size. But you hear some comments and concerns that he's not the impact defender that you would have to have inside.
Yeah, not the quickest feet or the fastest off the ground, but he does stay out of foul trouble. And for him to really move the needle, though, you'd like for him to watch tape of a guy like Tim Duncan and improve as a rim protector.
Now, here's Aminu. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Down low, here's Leonard. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
And still trying to polish this side of his game up. Leonard looking very comfortable on that move. Well, Myers Leonard drafted out of Illinois. You saw a young, bouncy 7'1" big man, and everyone had him penciled in at the center position. He's proven to be much more comfortable playing on the perimeter as a stretch big, and his three-point shooting, when confident, is a great weapon.
Now here is Augustine. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. He dishes it to Vucevic. And it's Portland with the rebound. And you look at that release of Myers-Leonard, a little methodical, not exactly a textbook motion, but Brent, it goes in.
Well, here's the thing, Kevin. If a center's guarding you, there's going to be plenty of space and time for you to load up from the three-point line. More than half of his shots coming from three-point range.
Now here's Crabb. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got his third basket of the night right there.
Well, compact and strong. Lillard using his frame and still finishes.
Watson kicks to Augustine. Dishes it to Watson. Picked by Vucevic. Feeds to Augustine. Takes the three. Rebound by Nurkic.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Screen by Nurkic. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Aminu's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Watson's shot is off. Portland leading. Grab dishes to Aminu. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now here's Watson. He's guarded by Crabb. Now Augustine. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. He kicks to Biyombo. Shot to stop the run. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Vucevic. He's averaging 14 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
Augustine against Lillard. Leonard with a screen on Augustine. Lillard attacking. Leaps for it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. .146 left in the first quarter of the game. Just 5 on the clock. Lillard misses.
Perfect positioning, and you know he will knock that look down more times than not. Just didn't connect there.
And stolen by Lillard. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
1:31 left to play here in the first. Screen by Nurkic. Grab the pass to Lillard. Launches it.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Augustine. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Augustine's got his first basket of the night. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. They set the pick. And Aminu kicks to Nurkic, and he makes good on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Picked by Vucevic. Pass to Augustine from past the arc. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Now, I know he isn't the world's greatest three-point marksman, but the defense has to show some respect.
Screen by Nurkic. Grab dishes to Nurkic. Great D that time from Vucevic.
You know, if you're going to go set a pick, you really have to be committed to it. He simply did not do a good enough job to get his teammate open.
And Portland has possession. They trail by 3. Here's Crabb. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Screen by Nurkic. Three-pointer, Lillard. He doesn't hit that one. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Magic lead by 3. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Right from the start, they have been able to really own that paint and just dominate the backboard.
Control the glass, and you control the pace, and you get those extra possessions, which are huge.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. McCollum is out there with Crabbe. Then there's Davis. Then there's Myers-Leonard. And it's Aminu in at the 3 slot.
I know there are a lot of parts still coming together for the Blazers, but it seems like they may have found something with the pairing of Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. What a great backcourt.
And stolen by Biyombo. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Ross with a wide open look. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 3. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
With the departure of LaMarcus Aldridge to San Antonio, there's no question who Portland's franchise player is now. It's Damian Lillard, who said, "I am." People say he's not a franchise player, but I didn't make that decision. The franchise did. It's more than being the best player, especially with a young team. You're the example, and the standard is here.
2 shots.
Kevin, he doesn't shy away from that responsibility.
No, he's built for it, D.A. Thanks. He's off on the first. And you look at the combination of Lillard and McCollum. Offensively, they are explosive.
Well, I don't think any coach has a problem with having too much scoring or playmaking, especially from the guard position. The question for the Portland Trailblazers as they continue to mature and gain experience is how good and how committed will they be on the defensive end of the floor.
And the Magic's young tandem of first-round picks in 2014, Elfrid Payton and Aaron Gordon, they've come a long way together.
You know, they were teammates on the Team USA under-19 squad that went 9-0 and won gold back in 13. And that was a great draft for the Magic, getting 2 high-character, high-effort, defensive-minded players with elite athleticism.
He is a lethal all-around scorer. You have to love the versatility of McCollum's offensive game.
Watson kicks to Hezonja. The dish now to Green. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 8. The 3 ball. Good on the triple. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's a pretty release on the shot by McCollum. Just one of the reasons why he's become so confident from behind the arc.
To the left side wing. Biyombo, the pass to Fournier. Here's Hezonja. Orlando moving the ball around. Fournier's shot is off. Portland leading. Crabbe with the ball. Outside, Davis. And McCollum now atop the key. It's hauled in by the Magic.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Watson kicks to Hezonja. No one near him. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Watson's got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Crabbe. Back to McCollum. And it's Hezonja with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Payton, he's checked in for Orlando. And a switch here also for Portland. Conley's checked in. Now here's Harkless. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the basket by McCollum.
And no one's slowing him down tonight. McCollum just too focused with this matchup.
Here's Fournier, trailing by 2. Payton outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up, high post. Kept alive. Green with a screen on McCollum. Kicks it to Fournier. And the pass to Payton. Here's Azania, defended by Harkless. Second shot opportunity. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Well, people always say defense wins championships if you're running a team and trying to craft a lockdown squad. Brent, what are you actually looking for?
Do you have Kawhi Leonard's mobile number?
I've got it.
Yeah,
I'll pass it on. Yeah, it begins with Kawhi Leonard.
That's what I'm looking for.
A 2-time Defensive Player of the Year.
A great positional defender on the wing is an absolute must. And then the back line of defense, Kevin, is an interior defender who not only is a rim protector, but just a great position player. You look at Tim Duncan, and even in the latter stages of his career, he's able to put himself in spots on the floor where he knows he can be effective. Not about blocking the shot or taking the charge, but just in the way of the offense. So I always look for a guy on the back line who can bark out orders and hang around the rim to bother everybody coming his way.
I hear wingspan, I hear length. They talk about it in the NFL secondaries. Length is such a big deal. In the NBA, that becomes just as important, if not one of the most important defensive tools.
Length, and then also knowing how to use that length,
yes.
Kevin.
Now here's McCollum. 14 points for him. Here's Crabbe. Orlando grabs the miss. Payton's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Gordon a screen. Fournier gets a wide open look. No good on the 3. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Here's Davis, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Puts it up off the inbound and can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Yeah, easy call.
The Trailblazers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Two shots.
That's good from Harkless. And when you think of the Blazers' history, Brent, this is a team with a somewhat star-crossed history when it comes to injuries.
Yeah, I remember in the early part of the 2000s, Kevin, how the Portland Trailblazers were the most feared team. There were championship aspirations at that time. But it's been 10 years now, and maybe some of that bad luck that's always surrounded Portland has worn off.
No good on the second free throw. Fournier passes to Hazania. Pass to Biyombo. Payton in the corner. Gordon a screen. Jumper off the screen. And the shot is long.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
Yeah, he sat in that mid-range area, which can be a no-man's land defensively, but he quickly moved over to contest.
Now, here's Vonleh. Back to Crabbe. There's the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And this is where Crabbe continues to gain consistency. Came into the league with a great shooting stroke that's now highly repeatable from long range.
Here's Hazania. 8 points his last outing. Gordon a screen. Hazania kicks to Biyombo. And here is Crabbe. Here's Harkless. Tries again. Davis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And for a long time, the word on Ed Davis was that he had a center's game and a power forward's body. Brent, as he's added muscle, he's a pretty good fit in the middle.
Well, he can block shots and he can get some steals, and he's really upped his rebounding over the last few seasons. He gets it done on both ends, Kevin, and if you look at the numbers, he's one of the more effective centers in the league.
The first one falls.
A 5-star recruit coming out of high school, Davis still trying to gain the consistency he needs to fulfill his potential.
And both free throws good for Davis. The Magic trail by 8. Here's Azania. And there's the feed to Payton. He dishes it to Biyombo. Here's Azania. And that one hits back iron. And here's Portland. They're on a 15-4 run. Harkless the pass to McCollum. Back to Harkless. Fires the 3. Cans it from downtown. Harkless has got 4 this quarter.
The defense slacked off a little bit. Probably didn't think he would take that one, but he made him pay.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. DJ Augustine's checked in for Mario Hezonja. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Davis, and Lillard subbed in for Crabbe. Looking to end the drought. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
And you can feel a little bit of that frustration, just confused, not sure what the game plan is at this point.
Here's Augustine. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Vonleh's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Harkless dishes to Lillard. It's deflected. They retain possession. And Nurkic gets it to go. Now Augustine. 5 points in the game. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Payton in the corner. Gordon with a screen on Lillard. Payton kicks to Gordon. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And Aaron Gordon in his 3rd NBA season. It's easy to forget he's just 2 months younger than Karl Anthony Towns. So still much room for growth in this young guy.
True, but you gotta like what we've seen from him thus far. It reminds me a little bit of another running rebel, Shawn Marion, the Matrix. Athletic, mobile, has the versatility to compete at either forward position. This guy has a bright future.
That free throw, no good. Vucevic checked in for Orlando. Ross comes in for Fournier. And a switch here also for Portland. Leonard's checked in. And he's good on the second. Brent, you had the chance to play under Coach Greg Popovich during your 4 seasons with the Spurs. Aside from the obvious accolades and plaudits, what stands out to you about him as a coach?
The one thing about Pop that stands out, Kevin, is the simple fact that the rhythm of the season is something that he has a tremendous amount of control over.
Had great feel for it.
There's no doubt about it. Pop is so good about understanding the feelings and the emotions attached to the game. And on top of that, the priority with which the game should have in your life. And that's the kind of player that they're looking for. They understand that the player has to understand the job, his accountability to his teammates, the role that he's asked to play, and then lastly, just how important basketball is in the grand scheme of things.
Trailblazers on D. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter.
Horrible collapse there, guys. There is simply no excuse to give up a wide-open three-pointer off of the dead ball inbound play.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 8. They set the screen. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the Magic. The Magic trail by 11. Now here is Augustine. He's got 8. Outside Gordon. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Not one of their better efforts, as you can tell by the score. They've been low energy for most of the night.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
And a moment now to see the numbers for McCollum. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 14th in free throw percentage, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. Ross, that's good.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Yep, he's going to kill you coming off of those down screens. As a defender, you have to fight over the top.
Now here's McCollum. 14 points for him. Back to Lillard. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Nurkic. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Fantastic effort from Nurkic, forcing the issue and coming away with a trip to the charity stripe.
It's his first trip to the line.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
First free throw is good. Watson, he's checked in for Orlando. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. The Magic trail by 13. Augustine with it. 8 points for him. He feeds it to Watson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Gordon missing.
You know, looking at his release and his form, it just seems like something is off, and it's affecting both his shot and at this point his confidence.
And C.J. McCollum, one of the most efficient mid-range jump shooters in the league. It's a shot, Brent, a lot of defenses are willing to live with. And I guess he is too.
Yeah, he should be, because he's very, very good at it. He's still developing his ability to finish in the lane, over the top and around bigs, but that mid-range shot, so effective. He comes off a pick, he gets into the lane, and with great timing can drop it on you.
Free throw good, McCollum.
And this has been an area of great improvement for him. McCollum shot under 70% at the line in each of his first 2 seasons, but really picked up his pace since then.
And so McCollum nails both of them. Here's Augustine. Dishes to Gordon. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one. That one is off. And he sinks the second. Portland leading by 14. There's 1:54 left to play in the first half. And that one's good, Lillard.
Well, the years keep going on, and Lillard keeps getting better and more confident at finishing inside.
And here's Augustine. He's got 8. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. Well, the shooting guard position is where teams look for a lot of their points. And these players, the highest scoring among them, haven't disappointed. Fourth, C.J. McCollum.
And this is the cream of the crop at the two-guard spot. I mean, strictly in terms of their scoring ability and the ease with which they can overwhelm would-be defenders.
Well, these are the assassins of the NBA right there. The players who can turn a game on its head when they start to feel it. They are almost always the primary focus of the opposing defense.
Now Watson, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Gordon a screen. Here's Augustine. Ross in the corner. 5 on the clock. Watson the pass to Vucevic. Nurkic with the block.
Excellent defense by Nurkic on that play. He made sure that shot was not going anywhere near the rim.
The Magic making a switch here. Green's checked in. There's a minute left now here in the second. Lillard outside. Nurkic dishes to Leonard. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
One of the better free throw shooting bigs in the NBA. The challenge for Leonard as he develops is to try to get to the line a few more times.
Now here's Watson. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Feeds it to Ross. Pulls it up. The Magic again can't hit.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Green. It's rebounded by Leonard. Trailblazers leading by 19 points. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. Back to Lillard. That one goes in. Lillard's got 9 points in the quarter.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
They're looking like a beaten team at this point, letting him get to the basket with such little resistance.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. It's the Trailblazers running away with it. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time to review the first half of action. C.J. McCollum was on fire in the first half. He had 16 points, 4 assists, and 1 steal. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
The thing I've noticed more than anything is how well they spread the floor at the offensive end. Their spacing has been fantastic. And the end result has been a lot of good looks from three-point land. And now they've established themselves from long range, and the defense has to adapt. They're in really solid position right now.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
They were brick city, and it was painful to watch. Weak shooting starts to get contagious, and they were struggling all over the place. They got to work on getting more high-quality chances, more layups, fewer prayers.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you after the game, won't we?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Welcome back, folks. The downtown skyline of Orlando, Florida, looking especially striking tonight. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and he just went off in those first two quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
There's got to be some consideration that double teams will be sent his way. Of course, that's going to leave someone else wide open.
The Magic trail by 21. The guard tandem is Payton and Fournier. Vucevic is out there with Green, and it's Gordon in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Orlando. Portland's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, he really can time those perfectly. What an assist.
Here's Payton, looking for his first basket still in this one. He kicks it to Vucevic, and stolen by Lillard. Passes it to Davis. The dish to Harkless. Back to Davis, 6 to shoot. The three from McCollum. The Trailblazers rebound. Now here's Harkless, defended by Gordon. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Well, that happens sometimes. The ball just does not go down. But I'll tell you what, he'll take that shot every time.
And Blazers coach Terry Stotts doing a great job. Brent, his team has overachieved in recent seasons.
I'm not sure if it's overachieved because they've had some tremendous talent. But the interesting part about Terry Stotts is try to find him taking some of the credit for what's gone on there, and you just won't. He's just giving guys great opportunities. He's given those guys defined roles, and each one has stepped up for him.
Now here's Lillard, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Lillard outside. Three-pointer. Portland no good that time either.
They're 1 of 5 to begin this half, guys, and they have to address this problem quickly or this could get out of hand.
Vucevic with the bucket.
And even though he's been incredible from the field so far, his team still hasn't been able to get the edge in this one.
McCollum outside. Harkless with the screen for McCollum. Over to the left wing. And Mo Harkless, the basket on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got his 5th assist in this one. Payton kicks to Gordon. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Magic moving the ball around. Vucevic setting the pick for Fournier. Lillard with the block. It's McCollum on the wing. Back to Lillard. Cans it from short range. Lillard's got 17 now.
Well, here's the thing, Kevin. When Lillard gets this red hot, no one in the league really has the skills or endurance to keep up with him.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. Biyombo is checked in for Vucevic. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Crabs checked in for McCollum. Portland on defense. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Fournier passes to Biyombo. Lillard against Payton. Shot clock at 6. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The Magic have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Inside, here's Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
Well, he's underrated, Davis, as an athlete. He can get up there in a hurry.
Green, the screen. Now Payton. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. For 3, Fournier. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 6 assists here tonight. On the wing, Davis. Back to Lillard. There's the pick. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Man, at the point guard position, are you kidding me? Explosive scoring ability and body control. That results in a bucket and a free throw.
Mario Hezonja's checked in for Orlando. And you look back, and some players haven't really loved playing in the Northwest. You might include LaMarcus Aldridge in that category. But Damian Lillard certainly has embraced it.
Well, if it couldn't be Oakland for the hometown Warriors, Damian Lillard enjoying his time in the Pacific Northwest. He seems like one of those guys just not drawn to the bright lights and glitz and glamour of the league. He wants to get down to business and get to work. Plays with a chip on his shoulder coming out of Weber State. And he doesn't mind that small-town atmosphere and those incredible fans the Blazers have had for years.
They get the rebound. Biyombo kicks to Hezonja. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Hezonja's got his second basket of the night.
Well, when you see a teammate over-rotate, you just swing it around, the perimeter's wide open.
Davis sets a screen. Pass to Harkless. Off the screen. That one goes in. Harkless has got 7 now in this quarter.
Man, his shot on target, guys. They have the lead right now, primarily because of his effort.
Biyombo, the pass to Hezonja. Kicks it to Fournier. Outside, Green. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Payton. That time on the assist by Green. Payton's got his first points of the night.
And Green is a critical role player for this team. His passing is really phenomenal.
Here's Crabb. Great D that time from Green.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
Payton against Lillard. Lillard with the block. And they'll keep possession. And it's in there. Portland leading by 17. To the inside. Here's Davis. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. And Orlando making a change here. Watson's checked in. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Portland. Magic on defense. The pass to Vonleh. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And Lillard kicks to Vonleh. Davis. Pass to Aminu. The feed to Lillard. And Lillard gets double teamed. Aminu dishes to Davis. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
And I love that Portland had the wherewithal to think about Ed Davis in this position. A great pick and roll finisher with Damian Lillard. This combination works well.
Brent, you look at Davis's offensive game, a relentless offensive rebounder. They talk about garbage buckets. He gets about everything right around the rim that he can find.
Well, one man's trash is Ed Davis's treasure. He's just got a great knack of being around the rim, and he uses those incredibly long arms to surprise defenders by grabbing rebounds. He's also a lefty, and he can finish over the top.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. For three, Ross. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Leonard's got his third rebound on the night. Now here's Crabb. And Leonard has it in the corner. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Portland. The Magic trail by 17. And clearly Frank Vogel wants to talk it over.
Start it.
And a look here at the shot chart.
And the way they have been shooting from deep, boy, that's been impressive. Talk about making the most of your opportunities. This game would look very different if they weren't dialed in from deep. As it stands, however, they are in control, and the defense has to adjust to how they defend beyond the arc.
Up top, Ross. He's covered by Aminu. Ross with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Watson for three. Good on the three-point shot. Watson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Now, here's Lillard. He's covered closely. Screen by Nurkic. Here's Crabb. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, he is deadly in catch and shoot. Defensively, you have to try and make Crabb put the ball on the deck.
Now, here's Watson. He dishes it to Ross. Jumper off the screen. The putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And Lillard kicks to Crabbe. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Well, more and more he's defining himself as the leader, and Lillard's assist totals help him along.
Jeff Green on the wing. Again, the Magic score. Here's Lillard. 20 points for him. Down low. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic. Nurkic has got his third basket of the night right there.
Hit his teammate right in stride. That's a great assist.
And here's Watson. There's the screen. Here's Ross. Crabbe pulls it in. Trailblazers leading by 18. Nobody near Lillard. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lillard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, look at your watch because it's Lillard time. The defense has to extend out to where it is he has the ball.
Here is Ross. He feeds it to Watson. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Azania. That one misses. And it's Portland the other way. Lillard, right side. Dishes to Nurkic. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Excellent job by Nurkic to go right into the defense and get hit. Then he buries the shot.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Mario Hezonja.
Well, after Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard might be the most dangerous three-point shooter in the league at the point guard position. He has unbelievable range and extends that range when he's feeling confident.
Now here is Augustine. 8 points for him. Ross for 3. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
And we know he can drill that from there, even with defenders closing in.
And Lillard kicks to Crabbe. Here's Nurkic. It's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got 5 rebounds tonight. And you look at Lillard, and Brenny's got the quick release on that three-pointer of his, doesn't he? He can get it up in a hurry.
Well, he's as close to what it is that we see sometimes from Steph Curry with being able to pull up off the dribble with some incredible range. He's worked on his balance and ball handling, and those two aspects really are feeding into everything he's doing offensively.
The Magic trail by 20. Feeds to Biyombo. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And here's a look at some stats for Damian Lillard. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 12th in free throw percentage, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Biyombo. Vucevic checked in for Orlando. And a switch here also for Portland. McCollum's checked in. And Biyombo drops them both. Trailblazers leading by 18. Grab the pass to McCollum. There's 1:40 left in the third quarter. Crabbe dishes to Nurkic. 5 to shoot. And a wide open look for McCollum. They grab their own miss. And Leonard gets it to go.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here is Augustine. 8 points for him. Ross kicks to Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Portland's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Passes to Nurkic. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Excellent footwork inside from Nurkic there to put the D in an awkward position and force them to foul him there.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. No good on that one. And the Magic making a change here. Gordon's checked in. That one is no good. The Magic trail by 18. And Watson has it in the corner. Drills it from outside. Watson's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Orlando. And for Portland, they're shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Screen by Nurkic. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Bounces high off the rim and drops. McCollum's got 18 points in the game.
I'm sure that's on the scouting report to not let him catch and shoot. With McCollum's marksmanship, that's easy money.
Gordon a screen. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Nurkic with the block. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball. Bucket is good. Aminu's got his second basket of the night.
I like that. Didn't force the jam, just happy to lay in the soft floater.
And Augustine kicks to Vucevic. Pulls up on the wing. That one no good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Portland out in front, up 19. And we're just moments away from the start of the 4th quarter. Stay with us. And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
Shrink the floor. When you're on the ball or closing out, close out faster. Okay, take away their airspace and then contain their drive.
And that's the catch-22 there. Frank Vogel wanting better perimeter defense, but also wanting to limit forays to the hoop.
Yeah, and it takes tremendous discipline to do that. Don't leave your feet, don't reach, and everyone help each other defensively.
And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, Harkless is out there with Aminu. Then it's Allen Crabbe. Then there's McCollum. And it's Davis in at the 5 down low. Now here is Augustine. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Well, Brent, there's been some talk that the dependency on three-pointers is bad for the game of basketball. Even Greg Popovich, your former coach, said they weren't great for the sport. Do you see any truth in that?
Well, I think Pop's just upset that he didn't have as good a three-point shooters on his team over the past couple of years. I don't think so, Kevin. I mean, the game is moving towards the three-point line and expanding the space and pace type of offenses that we've seen, and teams having great success doing that. It's really hard to fault a team like Golden State, who's the blueprint for that sort of activity, motion, and scoring prowess. That's what teams are looking to do. The copycat league is underway, so more three-pointers are coming.
Al Fournier after the miss 3 from Damian Lillard. Vucevic with the bucket.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Now here's McCollum. Davis, the pass to McCollum. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
He's just a hard guy not to foul. C.J. McCollum is so versatile as a scorer, you never know which move he's going to go to.
And the first one drops for the Magic. Green comes in for Terrence Ross. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Augustine. And so McCollum nails both of them. And still a big wish list item for Commissioner Silver, creating a 2 years out of high school requirement for players coming into the NBA.
It's going to be interesting, Kevin. I'm all for anybody who has a talent to do something to be exposed to do it as soon as you possibly can. But for the good of the league, for the product as a whole, I think 2 years in college would be a great rule for our league. It'll save coaches time from teaching these young players how it is to be a pro and to play the pro game.
Here's Payton, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Green kicks to Gordon. From 11 feet away, and it's Portland with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Lillard dishes to Harkless. Oh, and the jam by Harkless.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Payton. Vucevic, a screen on McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Gordon missing.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Can't keep forcing things when you're not in a great rhythm. Move the ball.
Payton in the corner. Green kicks to Fournier. Outside Gordon. There's the 3. It's good from long range.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
Now Lillard. He kicks to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Timeout.
Orlando making some changes. Zimmerman, he's checked in for Vucevic. Damian Rudez comes in for Green. And it's Hezonja in for Gordon. Vonleh's checked in for the Trailblazers. A look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Fournier passes to Hezonja. There's the pick. Out left to the wing. All alone. Zimmerman gets the bucket. And a rule change last season, Brent, in college basketball, allowing players longer to decide whether to go pro and even enable them to declare and then change their minds. I personally like that rule. What do you think?
I enjoyed that rule as well, Kevin. I mean, you're 18 years old, 19 years old, and you decide to do something and you can't take it back. I don't think that's a good lesson to teach the youth of America, and so I'm with the rule. I think one interesting thing that we could also look at is if a player comes out for the NBA draft and gets drafted and then wants to go back to school for another year with the team holding that player's rights.
We've seen that before. In the old days, we
absolutely.
saw that.
Larry Bird is probably the guy we all point
yes.
to, going back and playing his final year at Indiana State and then joining the Boston Celtics. That is something that I think the league is going to think about once again and maybe implement for the collegiate player.
Ill-advised shot there.
And he knows it. Got locked into scoring mode, couldn't pull it back.
Payton kicks to Hezonja. Launches a three. Kept alive Orlando.
Guys, I cannot believe he missed that one. And I bet he can't either.
And Vonleh has it in the corner. McCollum against Fournier. Here's Harkless. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. A lot of international players coming to the NBA. Brent, the number have reached triple digits. About a quarter of the league now from overseas.
Amazing that NBA scouts and general managers continue to comb the globe to try to find the best available talent. And it still speaks to what it is that those club systems in the European countries are able to do with their younger players.
And I always think of the old coaches would go overseas, hold these camps, and get these kids at a very young age and teach them the principles of basketball.
And a lot of coaches, Kevin, are still looking at the fundamental elements of the game. And it seems like the European players are the ones that they always point to that are ahead of where we are here in the States.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Vucevic checked in for Zimmerman. Green comes in for Damian Rudez. And it's Ross in for Mario Hezonja. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. When you look at the growth of the game internationally, you have some that say the system of development is better abroad in Europe than other countries. What do you think?
Well, the club system, Kevin, over there, and having a player involved at the age of 12 years old all the way up to 20 years old, playing with your same countrymen, being pushed around by professionals, getting professional coaching, and the type of practice regimen that they have. Most of the time, 2 a day's practice for most of the season. That's going to get you in pretty good shape and teach you the fundamentals of the game.
And a lot of those fundamentals, a lot of those practices were established by former coaches from this country that would go over there and hold these summer camps.
That's right. A lot of them implemented what they learned from the coaches from the United States and then took them to the next level. And again, a lot of those coaches who travel from the United States to Europe really were instrumental in what it is that has now become the European development of basketball.
And the first one at the line is good. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Napier. And he makes the first but misses the second.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Fournier for three. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Lillard against Payton, and Lillard kicks to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And that's now 29 points for C.J. McCollum. Now here's Payton. The dish now to Fournier. Shoots a three. Bangs home the trifecta. Fournier's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Magic.
You love to see the resolve from an offensive player after a disappointing first half. He's been terrific here in the second.
McCollum outside. Three-pointer. Here's Davis. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. I think everyone would agree that NBA players now spend more time developing their strength and athleticism than in the past. Maybe Michael Jordan was the first to really popularize that. How would you approach it if you were coming into the league now?
Well, I think every player understands that when you improve the most, Kevin, it's during the offseason. And so guys either ask other players in their area who it is that they're working with and try to get together so that they have some company while they're in the gym, or they find some trainers that are going to push the limits of their potential so that in the offseason they can come back next year bigger, better, and stronger for that season.
How can you play in the league now if you don't have a very comprehensive offseason schedule?
It's absolutely a year-round job, and there's some people on both coasts and in the Midwest that specialize in getting NBA players in particular ready for their next campaign.
Off the inbound pass. And Elfrid Payton, who's coming out of the University of Louisiana Lafayette. Coming into the NBA, you heard a lot of comparisons to guys like Rajon Rondo and maybe even a comparison to the great Gary Payton.
Yeah, and all of them great rebounders who can play stifling defense. Elfrid physically at 6'4" is closer to GP in size, and athletically I think he takes the edge over both of the elder statesmen.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And with the new player tracking cameras they have now, so many possibilities, Brent, as far as studying the game, and I'm sure you think that somewhere, somehow, is going to make a difference on the way these teams are conditioned, how they're coached, the minutes they play, and on and on.
I think what it's great for a coaching staff to look at, Kevin, is with regards to specific plays that you run for your ball club, how it is that spatially your players are relating to one another. You can use these cameras to track the distance players are running. You can track where it is that they're setting screens and how effective they are. The list goes on and on and on. But coaches can really dig into the minutia of how it is that their players are coordinating with one another with the use of this technology.
That is a great point. And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. Trailblazers leading by 23. And Lillard kicks to Harkless. Back to Lillard from outside the arc. The rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, he's seen it before where he can light it up with the best in the league, but right now he just does not have the touch.
Deep 2 from Ross. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. There's the screen. Harkless with it, pass to Davis. Davis setting the pick for McCollum. From past the arc, drills the three-pointer. McCollum's got 32 points in the game.
He's given them a little bit of everything this quarter, but his scoring has been absolutely dominant.
Payton kicks to Vucevic. Out to the wing. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Vucevic has got 20 points. Portland's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. McCollum outside. Harkless with the screen for McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard, and the Trailblazers, another 3.
Well, he can create his own shot. He can spot up off the ball. Lillard can torch your defense any which way.
Here's Vucevic. And Brent, when you were drafted and played your first game, what was the biggest difference between the NBA and the college game that you noticed, in the first month or so as a pro?
When you step into an NBA practice gym, Kevin, and you watch a small forward or a power forward spot up and shoot 18-footers, you can immediately see the talent level and skill level difference between every college player and what the NBA player offers up. These are pros who get the job done, and you see it immediately.
Well, they always talk about the speed. I'm sure that plays into it, too. The difference in the speed level from college to pro.
Well, speed, strength, size, intellect. Tell me when you want me to stop, Kevin.
But skill is at the top for you.
The skill of the big men is something that you can immediately see and is decidedly different from between college and the NBA.
Great answer. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Lillard against Augustine. They set the screen. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. That free throw missing. Orlando making some changes. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Damian Rudez. Fournier comes in for Mario Hezonja. And it's Payton in for Augustine. And a switch here also for Portland. Harkless is checked in for Allen Crabbe. He hits the second from the line. Well, when some things go wrong, Brent, with the team, you often hear about a players-only meeting. I'm sure you've been through a couple of those. What exactly goes on in those meetings?
It's always interesting the location of some of those meetings,
really?
Kevin, I can tell you. Yeah, depending on if you're at home or if you're on the road, you're going to cram 14 7-footers into room 605 and have a discussion and a heart-to-heart talk about where your season is headed. But it's interesting to hear sometimes who speaks up in those meetings. Everybody's looking towards the star player, the guy that carries the most load, but sometimes the most impressive voice and the one that has the most impact can come from some strange places, some interesting places and with interesting perspective.
Is it only relegated to bad teams, or have you been on good teams that have had players-only meetings?
I've had both, Kevin, and it's interesting when teams are having some success and call a players-only meeting how much you get down to the details of what your season represents. If it's a bad team, we're talking about, reestablishing the entire civilization of what's going on around you. But on a really good team, it could be about something very, very specific to your offense, to your defense, or your approach to the games that you want to just clear up because there are greater things at stake.
Now here's McCollum after the miss from Vucevic, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Vucevic, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Zimmerman, he's checked in for Vucevic. Damian Rudez comes in for Green. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Terrence Ross. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Payton. A different look now for Portland. Allen Crabbe comes in for McCollum. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Damian Lillard. And he sinks the second.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Trailblazers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief. And we've come to expect nothing less from one of the league's elite players, but another tour de force for Lillard.
Well, I stand up and applaud this performance. The way he was able to keep everybody on the same page with his passing was tremendous. True floor general out there tonight.
They set the pick. And here's Augustine. From deep three-point range. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And with this one in the books, we're ready to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
Talking about Damian Lillard, one of the smartest basketball players we were watching. Passing ability, always gets the most out of his teammates. And his own scoring ability, he could shoot that thing too, Ernie.
He had the scorer's mentality tonight. I think his coach knew it. His teammates knew it, and the fans even knew it. More than once, they gave him the rock and just simply got out of his way. Obviously, it worked for them tonight.
And that'll wrap things up. Thank you for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and for the rest of the 2K Sports crew, the best in the business, this is Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.